Hey everyone, this is Jason from EskimoTV.net, and today I'm going to be unboxing Linkin Park Meteora, the 20th anniversary edition. I love this album. This is one of the first albums that I ever owned, and this is going to be the 20th anniversary, like I said, limited edition. This is going to be a box set that includes everything related to this album. This is going to be including Meteora on both CD and record. You're going to have a Lost Track CD featuring new unreleased songs, including Lost, Fighting Myself, and More the Victim. A Live in Texas record, the first time it's ever been pressed on vinyl. I think I remember having that CD, but this is the first time you'll be able to see it on vinyl record. Live in Nottingham, which took place in 2003. A previously unreleased full concert, 2 LPs. Plus a bunch of B-sides, rarities, live tracks, and unreleased demos. This has 3 DVDs, 4 previously unreleased concerts, plus the art of Meteora, the making of Meteora, and never before seen Linkin Park TV footage. This also includes a 40-page book featuring notes from the band and exclusive photographs, lithograph, poster, sticker sheet, and stench. Includes a high-res digital download code. So that's all the details there. I wanted to read that there for you so you could check out what all this entails. I'd like to thank Warner Brother Music for sending a copy of this to me so that way I could unbox it for you all. I will leave a link to purchase this in the description of this video. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into taking off the shrink wrap. So I'm gonna make an incision here. There we go. So this is one of the first CDs I ever owned. I love Linkin Park, and this is the first album that I really got into them. I listened to this album first, and then I went back and listened to Hybrid Theory, which I'd never heard as a 7th grade high school kid. That was the era this came out. I remember visiting my brother's house who had like fast speed internet and listening to the music videos, watching the music videos, I should say, of both Somewhere I Belong and Breaking the Habit, which I always loved that anime music video for Breaking the Habit. So cool. So, whoops. So I'm probably going to take the sticker that's on the front of this here off later on and find a nice maybe insert sheet somewhere inside the release to place it. That way I kind of have it there to archive, keep a record of that sticker. Okay, finally the shrink wrap is off and we can take a look at the box without the shrink wrap. Looks really nice. Feels really premium. This is really heavy, and that's probably going to be due to that book that comes with this. So this is a slip cover that comes off just like this. So I'm going to take that off. So this is a nice little cover that just goes through the whole thing. I'm going to place that aside. Before I do that, I'm going to turn this around. You can pause this if you want to take a look and see what each media offers as far as what tracks are going to be on that medium, whether it be a vinyl or whether it be a CD. Kind of scan over this. Feel free to pause it. We'll go ahead and move on to this. This looks really nice. This has a nice matte finish. This has kind of a little dent here, but nonetheless, it still looks really nice. I'm going to look at the back. So the back just says 20 and has the guy, the logo, I would say, of this album, the guy with the spray paint. This looks really beautiful. I like how this book looks so simple. I'm going to go ahead and open it now. Not sure what to expect to see in here as far as how this is organized. So this is what you see when you open this book. And it looks like each like this kind of turns, and each thing at the top here holds different records. So I'm gonna unbox this, or take out this first section. It's gonna be here on this left side. You have here Meteora, just the original album. This is on standard black, and I did get a Record Store Day pressing that was blue. I think it was last year. I wish they had done a really cool color, like maybe gold and black splatter. But this is going to sound prestigious, and it is labeled to represent that this is the 20th anniversary. If you like black vinyl, then this will be no problem for you. As someone that does really love and dig color, I think I would have loved if this had a color. Imagine like this being gold and black, and then this being like red and white. I think they could have done some really cool variations. So Meteora is going to be one LP. Then there's actually two, believe it or not, LPs for Live in Texas, and I was really happy that they sent this over to me, because I love that I have a Texas concert. I am from Houston, Texas, as you all know, and so really cool to have an album that has them playing here in Texas. So go ahead and show you a case this last one here. So I'm going to put those three back into the first section of this book. Curious what y'all think about this release. Do you like all of the contents that it entails? Are you okay with black records? What do you think about black records over colored pressings? Do you feel like colored pressings feel more limited edition? It's kind of how I've felt being a collector of records for the past couple of years. Let me go ahead and place these back in that first section there. Okay, there we go. And then moving on to the second section here. I'm going to go ahead and place the book down. You have looks like a lithograph of some sort. As well as a sticker sheet. Really cool sticker options there. And another lithograph, I believe. And then here you're going to have a giant poster that I don't think I'm going to be able to unveil all of here in this one frame, but you get the idea just by me showing you this little piece of it. It's going to be the background of the Meteora album where the guy's painting. Let me see if I can. There we go. So it's going to have Meteora there at the bottom. This is folds three different ways. Excuse me. I'm curious what y'all think of this poster. I think it's cool, reminiscent of the Linkin Park album artwork. When I get posters like these, I just always stuff them back in, because I don't really like to hang posters in my room that have creases on them, but I don't really know what they're supposed to do when like they're releasing it with the vinyl record, because there's no other way to include the poster than to crease it. But I honestly would just prefer if they gave me like a 12 by 12 that I could frame up. But it's in there, something for you to cherish. And if you don't mind hanging up a poster that has lines on it, it's a pretty cool poster. I do like the artwork. It's a classic, like you look at that graffiti wall and you immediately think of Linkin Park Meteora. And I think we have one other goodie in here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me do a double check. Yeah, there's one more thing in here. And I believe it's going to be download codes. So I'll I'll show you the front side, the non-code side. So I'll go ahead and put those back and put these other items back. And moving on, you have some pages here. So I was trying to see if this comes out, but it looks like this is sort of stuck in the book, but when you turn it, it looks cohesive. Here is the, I think it's like the 40-page book. I would say I wish it was an independent book that you didn't have to keep the record. Like, I would like to put this, I guess I could still put this out with the records in it. That makes it pretty nice, actually, now that I'm reconsidering it. I was thinking of a classic hardcover book that maybe was separated from this, but that is not the case here, in case you're wondering. And this is really cool. This is going to give you details and notes for each of the songs of when they were writing them. There's also some really snazzy artwork in there. So if you look here, there are some notes for Faint, Breaking the Habit, as far as what they were thinking maybe, or what inspired some of these tracks. So I will go through each of these. Feel free to pause if you would like to take a look. But some really cool artwork is in here, to be honest with you. I'm excited to see these DVDs. I never got to go to a Linkin Park concert, and really sad Chester's not around. When that news broke, that really hurt, because I think we had a great thing going on. Moving on, though, you do have 4 CDs here. And so you have Lost Demos, Live Rarities from 2003 to 2004. And then here, it looks like this is just going to be the Meteora CD. It's pretty cool. If you have a CD player, you can play the Meteora tracks. And then you have LPU Rarities 2.0. Really cool to see some of these songs when they were maybe in their earlier stages. And then here you have a few more discs. We have first DVD, The Making of Meteora, The Art of Meteora, and Work in Progress. I'm really curious to look at this Art of Meteora. This dude, the spray cans, I'm curious as to how that idea came about. Perhaps this DVD will shed light of that. I haven't really looked into that, to be honest. But that sounds so interesting. We have here DVD 2, Veterans Stadium 2003, and Live in Seoul 2003. I don't know how you pronounce that. And then third DVD here, Live in Manila, Live in Denver, and Revolution. So really cool. If you didn't get to see Linkin Park during this era, which I think was the highlight of their career, you get to see that. And then you have one last section here that I'll show you all, kind of guiding you all through this book, that once again, if you put this out, it's not going to be like your standard hardcover book. It's a really unique book. Now that I'm spent some time with it, I'm kind of warming up. If someone were to pick this big thing up, you know, they might expect to find just a bunch of pages, but it really is going to be sections of records and DVDs and a lot of cool stuff. So I'm warming up to this idea of it not being traditional. It's very unique and very different. And then you have last here is Live in Nottingham 2003. It looks like this is going to be 2 discs. And even though all these discs are your standard black, I do like that they did different artwork here for the different cases, as well as with that Live in Texas that we got to look at earlier. Really cool looking stuff. That's going to be side 3, and then over here you probably have side 4. So if you've ever wanted to just have anything related to Meteora, you have it all in this one release, which is super, super awesome, amazing, and a bag of chips. So I'm going to put this away. And there we have it. So these vinyl, these sections, by the way, this is like a vinyl section. It doesn't turn. Same thing like with this first one. They're seems like glued or pasted down somehow, just to that way you always have that section available. But really cool release. I'll go through one more time. You have here your vinyl sections. You have this booklet section. You have the CD, DVD section, and then you have these live vinyl records. So pretty awesome release. Great job, Warner Brothers Music. I think it's a wonderful display piece, a beautiful tribute to Linkin Park's greatest album. And I'm curious what you all think of it. I hope you all enjoyed this unboxing video of Meteora. If you did, do me a favor and smash that like button. You can also consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more videos like this in your feed, or check out my website. That's going to be EskimoTV.net. And until next time, this is Jason Escamilla from EskimoTV.net.